Hello guys, well this is the ingredient for making the salt dough. So what we have here, we have 1.5 cup of flour, and we have, this is the flour, this is the half, and we have half cup of cornstarch or corn flour, and we have 1/4 cup of salt, and we have 1 big table of oil, can be baby oil, 3/4 of water. Then we'll need Nivea and other stuff. Now I'm having here a Tefal non-stick pan. You should use it and don't use it for food. I put the flour, then I will add the cornstarch. I mix them, then I add the water. Okay, I dissolved salt in the water. This is very important. The water is a little bit warm and I dissolve the salt in it. So I will not have some clumps in the dough. I put the oil, then I mix them all together. Still, I'm not putting them on the stove. We mixed very well. You see that? I mix. Now all the ingredients are not dangerous, so basically there is no glue here. This is not the porcelain dough. See? Now I put it on the fire and I keep mixing like this. I will not stop. I'm using a spatula or I'm using a wood spoon. See? It starts coming up. But still it's sticky. The fire should not be high, otherwise it will burn quickly. Now it starts coming out all and not stick. When I reach this consistency, your hand will be hurting you, by the way. Okay, so see that? There's no water at all inside. I'm doing this so all the water inside will evaporate. That will help me to have a nice, see that? Still it's sticky, so I have to do this a little bit more to make it away like there's no water inside. Now I'll try it. It's hot, you be careful. See that? Then if it's sticky, then I have to keep it a little bit more time. If it's not sticky, then I will remove it and I will start the next step. Next step I have here my table. I put a little bit Nivea. It's a marble table. And I put Nivea as well in my hands. Now I will use the dough and knead the dough so much. I know it is hard, so you have to just see that it's hard. Like this. Continuously, and I keep putting Nivea in my hand. I try it like this. And I'll see. See? Okay. Need some more time. As more as you knead the dough, as it becomes more silky and soft. See the way I'm doing it? Now it's become a little bit warm, so I can handle it much. So I keep doing this too much. I will show you the difference. Look at that. Great. See the difference in the color as well? So I divided my dough to 3 pieces. I make them one by one because it's hot and I can control when it's small quantity. Then I have to put them in a plastic bag because I don't want it to face the air, because the air is the first enemy to this dough. It will dry quickly. I sealed it perfectly, no chance to the air at all, and I keep them like that, 3 pieces. I keep them in the fridge, and if I want to use one, I take one. Now let me show you how can we deal with this. What is the benefit of this dough? When I'm working with this dough, I must put flour next to me or cornstarch, because sometimes if it's sticky, then I will use it like that. Okay, so keep mixing it like this, And the surface you are working, it should be clean. You clean it with the cutter from time to time, because if it's not clean, when you put the new dough, it will stick. See, I'm working here now, but I am coloring the dough. What color can we use for this dough? We can use food color, but you make sure that you will wear the gloves because it will make your hand dirty. Very safe. Now, second, this is again food color, but it is not a gel, it's liquid. Sorry, the camera was not in the center. Okay, this is again another kind of color we can use. Third one, I'm using cocoa powder. It is a real cocoa powder, which is expired, but I use this if I want to make a chocolate cake or muffin or anything. It's very nice because it gives the flavor and the smell also, you know, you can smell it like sweet. Or pastel color, dry pastel. All these are varieties for coloring the sourdough dough. Flour again, so it will not be sticky. I put this. Let me show you. If I want to cut, if I'm making a cake of 3 layers, for example, of 4 layers, so how can I stick it? I stick it with water, and if I cut it now with the knife or with the cutter, all the 3 colors or the 4 colors will mix together. Okay, so to avoid this, what should we do? Let me tell you. If I do that, look at this. Maybe they will be. You see that? It's not mixing. Why is that? Because I put it in the freezer for a while. So when I cut, they didn't mix together. Now I open it and they put the texture, because if this is a cake, then that's how we do it. Don't worry if you put it in the freezer, you just put it for a while. Only to cut. And of course, you let this thing dry in the air because it's air dry clean. Now this dough can stay up to 6 months if you really be careful and don't let the air touch it, and at the same time you just put it in the fridge. I put it in a plastic bag and in a container. Now look at this one I put in the freezer. See, it's not mixing. If I didn't put in the freezer and it was soft, you will not see this line like that. Then it's easy for me now to do the texture. You see, chocolate, which we said is cocoa powder, I put with water, and I put more water because I want to make like liquid chocolate. If children play with this dough, it's fine. It's not dangerous because the ingredient, as we know, is salt and oil and flour and water. And it's perfect for the small children to play with it. See how I make this chocolate? It's the same dough, but it is soft. Now, after I finish it and after it dry, I have here epoxy resin for varnish. Okay. I have here also glass transparent, or I have the spray transparent with a spray. So all these things you can use it to seal the dough, because if we don't seal that properly, you know, the materials, ingredients is food, so they can get spoiled, fungus and all those stuff. So I have to seal it really from the air perfectly. I'm using varnish, or I use sometimes also we use light PVA glue, the white glue. Very light. It will seal it, but at the same time it dries transparent and it doesn't affect. It depends on what you are using this dough for. If you are making bread, for example, then you cannot put resin because it will be too much shiny, so it will not be realistic. Okay. If you are making bread, the best thing is to put the PVA glue because it's dry, matte, not shiny too much. But if you want to make sauce or something like that, then PVA glue perfect. Sorry, the resin is perfect. I hope I have given you all the information you want to know about the sourdough. And if you have any more information or any more questions, please write it for me down in the description box and I will be glad to answer you. Wait for me, I'm gonna make another video for the porcelain dough. Thanks for watching. If you really liked the video, please like, share, subscribe, and turn the notification bell. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.